welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be programming the product registration process and image uploading. So by the end of this video you will know how to let users add new products, upload up to 3 images and save all of it to the database. So we will be working with 3 main files: the addProduct.php file that handles the design and the form, the script.js file which collects the form data and sends it to the backend, lastly addProduct process.php that inserts data and images into the database. So first, inside the addProduct.php file, we first include our header and check if the user is logged in. If not, it redirects them to the index.php file. Then we build a bootstrap based form divided into sections: the category, brand, model, then the title, the condition, the color, the quantity, and then the cost, the delivery fees, and description, and finally the image uploading. Okay, notice these select elements. So as you can see in this code, it fetches all the categories from the database and fills the drop down automatically. The same logic is repeated for brand, model, and color. So our form always shows the latest data available. Next, for condition, we use 2 radio buttons, one for brand new and one for used. So when the user selects either, JavaScript later detects which one is checked. So for image uploading, we have got these 3 preview boxes. So first includes the image source, including the class and the style and the ID, and after that we have the hidden file input, where we can input the type, file, class, dnone, multiple ID, image uploader. So when the user chooses images, we preview them using JavaScript. And then finally we have the save product button that calls our JS function. Okay, so now let's jump into our script.js file. Inside it we have 2 main functions: add product and change product image. So here we will first talk about the add product function. The first few lines collect all the input values from the form using document.getElementById value. So after that we also detect the condition using an if-else statement if the product is brand new or used. So if the product is having the condition 1, that means it's brand new, and if the condition is number 2, that means the product is used. After that we will collect the rest: quantity, cost, delivery within Colombo, delivery outside Colombo, and description. Then the most important part, creating a form data object. So this allows us to send both text inputs and files like images in one request. So the append method adds each key value pair to the for, think of it like attaching different labeled items to a single parcel before shipping it. So for images, we will use a loop through all the files selected. So here we have used a variable as file count and assigned into the image dot files dot length, and in a for loop we have mentioned take the variable as x, which is assigned to 0, and see if the x is less than the file count, and inside that we have form.append image plus the variable x, image dot files the variable. So if the three files are uploaded, they will be sent as image 0, image 1 and image 2. And next we will create a XML HTTP request where we use the AJAX technique. So here this sends all our form data to the backend via post method. Next we will look at the function change product image. So now how do we preview images before saving? So that's handled by the change product image function. So when the user selects file, it automatically shows the selected images in the preview boxes. So you can see inside the if else statement, you can see that we have given the file count which is less than or equals to 3, and inside the for loop we have given the variable x which we have given above as the x is less than count file count, and it checks the files and the URL and catches it by the variable I. And if the images are more than 3 files, you get the alert saying you have selected this much files and only 3 or less than 3 files are allowed. Okay, now we will move on to the backend where you can process and save the data in add-product process.php. So inside the add-product process.php, first we start the session and get the logged in user's email. After that we collect all the posted values, and next we will check if the selected model brand combination already exists in the model has brand table. If it exists, then we use its ID. If not, we create a new one. So from this line it says that it gives the number of rows returned by the query and checks if it's greater than 0, that means the combination already exists in the table. So if it exists, then inside the if statement we have this line where it fetches the first row from the result as an associative array. So after that, in this line it extracts the existing record's primary key ID and stores it for later use, meaning that the model brand link already exists, so we just reuse its ID. Then within a else statement, if it doesn't exist, it means that no record was found then we must create a new relationship between that model and the brand. So inside a database we have IUD, another static method that performs insert, update, delete queries. Hence it's called IUD. And then this inserts a new record into the table. So after the insert, this gets the auto-generated ID of the newly created row. So the insert ID is a built-in MySQL property that gives you the last inserted record's ID, meaning if the link didn't exist, it created and saved its new ID. After that, in the next line we have $D that is created as a new datetime object that represents the current date and time. So by default it uses the server's time zone, although it might not be your local time zone. And in another variable I have given tz to set new date time zone, and I have given my local time zone as Asia Colombo. So in this case it means Sri Lanka's time, and this PHP tells that hey, I want to use Colombo's local time. And then in this line you can see this line changes the time zone of the variable D, $D date and time object to the one you just created, Asia Colombo. So that means it updates the $D to show the current local date and time. And in the next line we have the variable that sets to date. So in here it converts the date time object into a readable string formatted as year, month, day, hour, minute and second. So this format YMDHIS is the standard MySQL datetime format. So after that, in the next line we have $status that is assigned to 1. So this means it sets a variable called status with the string 1, typically used in database inserts to represent something like 1 is active and 0 inactive. Whereas you can prepare the date and the insert into the product table by using this database query insert into. And after this we capture the last inserted product ID and link the ID links to our colors and images to the right product. Then we connect it to the color through a insert query. Next we will handle the image uploads. So in the first line here it checks if there are 1 to 3 files only. Then for each file it validates the file type JPEG, PNG or SVG allowed. So we rename each image with a unique name to avoid overwriting. So finally each image path is stored in the product image table with the product ID. So if everything goes fine, it echoes success and the JavaScript alert pops up saying product saved successfully. And if you have inserted a invalid image type, it echoes as invalid image type. And if you have inserted images more than 3, it echoes you a message saying invalid image count. Okay, that's it. So this is how the processing and the saving data happens in the add-product process.php file. Okay, so now I will show you how the data flows into the database. First, we start off with the product table, which stores the product details like title, price, quantity, description, and the delivery fees. And then we check the product has color table. Where it links each product to its color by the product ID. And then we will go to the product image, where it stores the image file paths. And then we will go to the model has brand table, which links which model belongs to which brand. And then finally we will check the user email column, which identifies which seller upload each item. Okay, so now I will show you a preview of how you can add a product in the add product page. So here in the add new product page, we will first select the category as headphones, the brand as Sony, the model as wireless earbuds, and I will add a title to my product as Sony and then I will select a product condition as brand new, and I will select a product color as purple, and add a product quantity as 50. And for the cost per item, apparently these headphones are actually from 60,000 to 85,000 rupees. So I will just give this 60,000 or 65,000, and after that I will add my delivery cost. For the delivery cost within Colombo, I will give 1,000, and for out of Colombo I will give 1,500. So now I will add the product description. I'll cut this. And after that I will add my product images. So now I will open them. After selecting, I will open them, and after that we will click on the save button, and then an alert comes as product saved successfully. After clicking OK, the page reloads. So now let's check on the database if this has been updated in there. So as you can see, this is my product table. Now I will refresh this, and you can see that the product that I have added has been updated here successfully. And that's it. So today we have built a complete product registration system from front end to back end, fully dynamic and database connected. So see you in the next video, and thank you.